Hello everybody, welcome to my regular message, a warming cup of coffee for the autumn. Now you think that because we're launching a strategy and because we're Ardash, there's going to be lots of merchandise. But because I listened to our colleagues in the procurement function and one or two of you who've fed back to me, the one thing we won't be doing when we launch the strategy is spending a lot of money on single-use plastics and publicity. I think I'm bare below elbows. If you haven't seen the campaign or watched the video, take a look. Still under a minute, and I'm going to remind you to have your flu jab. If you've had your flu jab, fantastic. The number we've done so far is flashing up on the screen, but we're trying to get to 3,000 colleagues having a flu jab. Not all of them by Sam Butcher, but crack on. It keeps us safe as we go into the winter. If you take a look on the COVID app, details on the screen, it's got a wonderful feature to tell you where you can book your COVID jab as well. It's October, so in addition to being Stoptober, in addition to being the start of our flu campaign, it's also Black History Month. There's been some fantastic stuff in daily comms celebrating sheroes. So that's black women in our community who have found their voice and have had a real impact in the life of our part of the world as well as across the country. There's lots more we can all do. We can do, someone like myself as an ally, to make sure we're creating an organisation where everybody is visible, everybody has a voice, everybody has that opportunity. Really important. Anti-racism is a big part of our organisational strategy and our organisational promise. Another part of that strategy, you'll gather I'm trying to thread quite a few things into this message today, is to change the way in which we interact with the public, to create really powerful spaces for influence up and down our organisation for patients and carers. But that doesn't mean we should forget established ways in which there is influence in our organisation. I know a number of our friends in the trade unions are looking for more reps. I'd encourage you to take a look at that. Between now and Wednesday the 11th, there's still an opportunity to persuade your loved ones or your neighbours to apply to be patient or public governors in the election process. Details on the screen. Have a think about whether you're interested in being a staff governor. That's a different process. Phil tells me that kicks off at the beginning of 2024. Thank you to colleagues who already serve as staff governors, already serve in our trade unions, are part of our FTSE Champions Network. All three really valuable voices inside our organisation. Going to return to one of my favourite themes, risk registers. Incredibly impressive the way that people have lent in to making sure that risks in our organisation are registered, are visible, and we're able to track them. Sheila Lloyd and Phil Gowling get cracking with the new risk management group in November. Really important that if you see risks and issues, you're able to know where to log them so they can be tracked and something can be done about them. And just for a little incentive, remember I mentioned the big investment pot will be launching at the end of November. Well, you know, one of the ticks in the box you need if you're making a pitch for more money is this a risk that we register? So please take a look at the risk register process and lean into that. Been so impressive to see the daily huddles, instant huddles get going as a really practical way of acting on risk and issues in our organisation. Of course, all of that comes through the management structure. Thank you to everybody who has participated in our leadership reorganisation, the details of which I emailed you about this time last week. Good luck to everyone who's up for interviews for jobs over the coming few weeks. Fantastic that we've got so much appetite to take on senior leadership roles in our organisation. Get our flu jab. See you next week.